Good day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Valerie M, aka Maxfield, standing in my truth. Now, the love episodes is almost over and I can get back to normality. Isn't that a horrible thing to say? Because really and truly, love is normality. But this is episode 6 of the love episodes. Not much more to go. I have not even scratched the surface. But let's start this actual podcast like this. Who's ever drunk texted? Oh, that's my phone going off. Naughty me. But let me ask the question again. Drunk texting. Who's guilty of drunk texting? Oh my God. I'm in 3 years sobriety, but I could not believe I was in the brigade of the drunk texters. Oh my God. Oh. So you get out of a relationship, you're heartbroken, you've gone out for the night with the girls and you're having a few to drink and you're absolutely bladdered. And what do? You actually pick up the phone and start texting markers. Oh, you broke my heart and I love you. Oh, I can't believe you broke my heart. I mean, that's how you sounded, but you're trying your best to text it in English. Do you know what I mean? Hilarious. But it's I'm laughing at myself now. But there was times I used to drunk text and I did not even know that I'd done so until I'd probably woke up the next day out of my blackened drunk stupor, only to find that I looked at my phone and was completely mortified because I'm thinking, oh, did I? Oh my God. And then I'm getting, weird phone calls from... I can't tell you anymore. This is just too much. That's a lot of me standing in my truth. I mean, there was times where we used to actually go out with my girlfriends or my work colleagues. And so bladdered. I remember once I was in the middle of Knightsbridge, lying in the middle of the street at 2 a.m. in the morning or 1 o'clock or 2. And I'm wondering if my friend is listening to this, my friend Bernie. Hilarious. And we'd gone to this work day. It was nothing but champagne in this art gallery, and we were quaffing away. Quaff. Oh my God. And I came outside for fresh air, and the fresh air hit me after 2.5 bottles of champagne and peach schnapps by myself. I literally went into the middle of the street opposite Harrods, and I laid on the floor and started. There was no snow, there's no rain, and you know that thing you do when you lie and start opening up your legs and your arms fluttering like I was trying to make angel wings in the snow. That's what I remember doing. And my friend was trying to pull me up and say, get out the street. And she's killing herself because she's absolutely bladdered. It was, oh my God, I can tell you some I have some very, very vivid drunk stories, but all of them seem, I would say half of them based on, oh, he's broken my heart. And not only that, I just liked a good old drink. But worse, it just got worse whenever my heart was broken, or even if I was in the relationship and I wasn't getting my own way, I'm still drinking a few drinks to sort of like blacken that whole thing, out of the window. So I don't know who else can relate to that. But this is why I say love and text in, or do you know what I mean, being drunk text is the topic of today's show. I'm laughing because I just keep thinking of all these things that I used to get. Oh, the memories are flooding back. But, I've been on the other end. I too have been on the other end where somebody has just kept drunk texting me. Oh my God. Actually, I had 2 drunk texters. It was unreal. And there's sometimes I used to get like 6 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes it was 3 o'clock. They'd been on a bender, and it was just, but I'm not trying to out anybody here, but the thing is, folks, sometimes we think that we're actually in love with someone, and so we make a play for them. We end up going out for drinks, food. You may not have even slept with them, but you're having, you're having all this good time, and then you realise after a while, nah, you're not floating my boat. And guess what happens? You start to push them off. You try to get rid of them. By this time, they are hooked, line and sinkered. And so you're getting the phone calls. They can't understand why you're not calling them. And you're just trying to be nice. And you're saying, oh, God, I've just been so busy and, I'll get back to you. When in fact, you want to say to them, buzz off. I'm not interested, but you just don't want to hurt their feelings, right? But it's just, I knew where the person was coming from, and I knew that whatever they were going through, and I let it go on for at least 2 years, the drunk texting, even when I'd moved on and doing everything else. But there was always a time that, the drug testing just carried on. But then when they sobered up, I'd never hear anything from them. But it was always the same old conversation. Anyway. And it was just and it seems it's the same pattern, because I've had drunk texting 3 times. 3 different people, 3 times. So going back to what I was actually saying, which is this, alcohol can play a massive part in letting our hearts think that we are in love. It can suppress it. It can suppress, your heart. Your head rules your heart. And sometimes your heart rules your head. Alcohol can make you lucid and let you say things that is actually right there and then, which they say, loose lips sinks ships. Very true saying. Again, if you know me by now and been listening to my podcast, I'm always got my hand up in the air. Guilty as charged, Your Honour. And this is where, I say, when the heart is in conflict and you think that you're in love, alcohol will either let can mess things up, can let you become the most pathetic person on the planet, or it can make you become quite violent and angry, because all it does, it awakens that lion or lioness inside that wants to say something, and it manifests in different ways. Now, hey, this is not me telling you you've not got to drink. I'm saying the realization of how love can be determined through alcohol. And when the heart wants and the heart is broken, the alcohol makes you think that you love that person so much that the world is about to end. You then become dependent on it. Because even when you've told that story or the feeling out to that person and it's not reciprocated, what do? We turn right back to the alcohol to numb the pain. To numb the pain. 3 years. 3 years sobriety for me. But for me, the last guy that I went out with that brought me to the brink, to my knees, who ruined my name, took money, but to make himself look good, because a lot of the girls like this guy, or you cannot but like him. He was pretty cute. It was just the fact that he told this elaborate story, and believe it or not, people who even knew me believed him. people that knew me took sides with him. To this day, this is the first time I'm going to stand in my truth and actually give just an overview. I'm no longer upset with him. What that relationship did for me was made me realise that it was a bottle or a door, because I was grieving at the same time as well, losing my brother. But what that made me realise was I wasn't in love with him. No, I was in love with him, and I was never going to change, or he was a broken soul anyway. And you always find that miserable finds miserable. If you're negative, negative finds negative. And I was actually looking to be loved, and he was as well. But our alcohol played a major, major, major part. A major part. And when he took me to rock bottom, it was that losing everything I had, money, I gave away everything. I literally lost all self-respect for myself. Can't believe I'm saying all of this. But it's the love episode, so I might as well give you the good and the bad, because there are some good things to come out of it. But it was a blessing that God made this guy come into my life to make me realise that I cannot continue down this path. This path has to stop, or I'm going to take your life. So I stopped drinking immediately. I never said, oh, let me go to AA, or let me... I think I have got a little bit of adverse reaction to it, where I now have a little bit of a heart condition, because I literally just stopped drinking. Yeah, that was it. I'm not drinking tomorrow, and 3 years on, I still haven't touched a drop. And it was a wake-up call. So for me, even though and to this day, you know, it was his birthday the other day, and you know what? Silently, I said happy birthday to that person, because I knew that if I hadn't drank, maybe we would have still be together. But he wasn't the one for me, even though I loved him and to this day still do. But alcohol is what made me addictive to him. In a sober mind, as I said, I'm sorry, he wouldn't have lasted a day, a moment in my realm, because he just wasn't for me. Lovely heart, good heart, not knocking him at all. But what I'm saying is, if I hadn't realised that the alcohol was the implicator of that love, I don't know where I would be. And luckily, I was able to find that moment of clarity that just said, I want to live. I can do better. I need to get through this. And I have. I can now look back at him and I thank him. I thank him for the crap he put me through. I thank him for everything he put me through. Even though it ruined my character, people, as I said, but it made me see the people around me who, yeah, you're my friend. You're not my friends. You're not my friends. I tolerate you. You think that I'm your friend. I don't. I just don't let you know that I know that you did what you did. All of them, all of these girls that I know, blah, blah. I just tolerate them. Because it's no point me saying, well, why did you side with him? What was it about me that made you feel that? You know, I get that you like him too, but for liking someone doesn't mean that you can't see the cold light of day. And that's the most scariest thing about love, because when you see something and you want it, you will step over anybody and anyone to get it, because some people lose their moral compass. They lose it completely. They forget that there's loyalty and they will take because that's what they want. This goes for male or female, transgender, you name it. It's just us in the jungle. But if you've got something, it's yours. I don't want it. I don't need it. Because there's something out there for me too. So I've never let on to them, you're all taking up his side. I have just let them get on. And I look at them to this day, 3 years, and I think, wow, your conscience must be burning you. Because you must be wondering why Valerie's saying anything. Because I don't see the point. The point is, I went through it. I allowed you to see all of this. And my heart was breaking. But none of you as a friend turned and said, oh, let me put our arm around Val. She needs our help. No, they all stood by and wallowed in my pain. That's why this one is called Love and Alcohol. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous game. So I'm saying to anyone out there that is using alcohol as a base to get them by, it will only blind and put things into a temporary motion. You have to find a way to deal with things in the cold light of day. Find yourself, find the love, pamper yourself, do what you need to do. Have good conversation with someone who you actually like. Ask yourself, is this what I really want? As I said, this is called the Love Episodes. All I can do is speak from experience. And I've had some experiences. I've had the bruise getting up the next day and going, oh my God, my legs are bruised. How did that hurt? Well, not between, I'm just saying I've fallen over and oh my God, what the hell? All in the pursuit of love. No, you'd never think that someone like me, or I said to myself, me? Never. And then I had to look back and say, Jesus, yes, I did. Oh my God, I did. And I started to feel ashamed, you know? But I'm not ashamed anymore because I'm only human. And that's how you need to look at yourself. You're only human. And if you're alive, you get to get a bite at the cherry twice. Sometimes some people 4 times. You're alive. Dust yourself off and try and find love again. All those horrible things when men find a way to wheedle into a woman's life and take all the money and live off her. Listen, this has been going on for centuries. I'm saying that because that's what's happened to me. But I was able to recoup. I'm not that silly anymore. You know, we all go through these sort of things. And you rob Peter to pay Paul. The one thing, my family never suffered. I made sure that my family was always provided for. But I do know in the cold light of day, if I wasn't grieving, if I loved myself enough, I wouldn't have put myself in that situation. So I'm grateful for being able to feel what love is like now. I bask in it. One, I bask in it because I'm basking in God's love and His forgiveness to give me a bite of the cherry. And saying that, I told you already previous in the other podcast, I've had amazing relationship. I've been loved. Unfortunately, sometimes you meet one bad apple. I've had 2 bad apples in my relationship, in my lifetime. And all the other 3 have been truly long and absolutely wonderful, and all still friends today. And with that, that's episode 6 of the love episodes. Join me again tomorrow for episode 7. We're almost there. Stick with me. I hope you can relate to the story. Drunk Texas. Oh my God. In the meantime, stay safe. Be positive. Look into yourself. Stand in your truth. And never ever be ashamed. Valerie M checking out. Take care. Bye.